Hey everybody, this is Mike from the Action PC community website. It's been a while since I posted a video. I got a request on YouTube from a Dave Harris, basically asking if I could play around where I select a very poor golfer and I guess talk my way through the round with the poor player. So in this case, I selected the 2021 season, and the player I selected is Kevin Stadler, who's the worst rated player in that year's set. I believe he's 3.6. So first thing we're going to do, I set this up as a two player round where Rory McIlroy will be controlled by the computer. So first thing I want to do is I just want to look at the player's stats, right? So I can see that he's very poor in every category except sand play. Sand play, he's basically like slightly below average. So the thing that sort of jumps out is his iron play. His rating is 2, which is incredibly low. So in playing this round, I'm going to try to minimize irons when possible, or if there's an option of hitting like perhaps a fairway wood versus an iron, I'll try to choose the fairway wood. It also looks like his short game obviously is very poor, so I'm not going to take, since his iron play is so bad, I'm pretty much going to be aiming for like the middle of the green and trying to aim away from danger. Again, unfortunately, luckily, or I should say, his missed tendencies are not too bad. See if I can bring this back up again. So the missed tendency is balanced, as you can see on the window on the right, and preferred shape is straight. So I'm gonna try to play to his strengths here. Now I will start the round with CPU assist turned off, so that means I'm controlling everything. All right, so let's get started. So you see his distance is okay. In this case, 270 puts me brings this bunker into play. So I'm probably going to hit a 3-wood, and I'm going to hit somewhere in the middle of the fairway. See the wind? I picked for weather, I picked July, and it gave me this random wind. So 9 to 15. So it's a somewhat windy day. It's not going to be like completely easy. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so you see, worst player in the game hits his first tee shot into the water. So we're already behind. We're behind the 8-ball here. So I'm gonna re-hit as opposed to taking a drop. And we'll try this again after Rory hits his. Oh, did I set this up as computer? Okay, I'm gonna have to set. So I'll have to hit the tee shot, I believe, as Rory. It's been a while since I played the game, so I actually forget how to change it back to computer. Maybe summary. All right, so Rory, I will change this to computer control. Now it's going to want me to hit his tee shot. So for Rory, I'll just aim over the bunker and see if he can carry it. And he's short and in the rough. Okay, so now Stadler will hit his second tee shot, again re-teeing since he hit in the water. This one just catches the right edge of the fairway. Still away. So again, the ball's above my. So again, I don't have any of the computer aids on right now. So the ball, I have to kind of figure out where the ball's going to go. So the ball's above my feet, which means for a right-handed player, it's going to tend to go to the left. Downhill lie means the ball will typically roll out a little bit further. So I'm going to aim right of where I sort of want it to end up. 173, I have a 9-mile-an-hour wind. I'm probably going to end up short. I'm hoping to end up about right here, though, so we'll see what happens. So the shot shows he missed it 11 degrees to the right. So again, his iron play is so bad that will lend to more misses, and his contact was only 96.5. So that explains why he did not hit it the way I wanted it to go. So computer Rory goes right at the pin, and he's off the fairway. So now I'm scrambling, right? So now I already laid 5. Basically, I'm hoping to get it like a double bogey here. I'm hoping to get up and down for double. So I'm going to try to pitch it onto the green and hope I get a little bit of run down to the hole. Still short. So he's going to have a 20-footer for double. Computer Rory hits not a good chip at all, but he makes his par. So now I have a 20-footer for double bogey. I only have a 31% chance of making it on a regular putt, or 35 if I am aggressive. So since I'm already putting for double bogey, I'm just going to be a little aggressive here. Just misses it. So now he has this for a triple bogey. Okay, so he's in for a 7. Alright, so what happens when you get bad players. Sometimes they don't play well. So it's going to be a struggle now to try to get some of these strokes back, or at least not lose too many more. So this is the JCB golf course. This is a community course, by the way, which was created by one of our community members, Bill W. It's a great looking course. It's located in England, and the Live Golf Tour actually plays on it now. Okay, so Stadler hits it into the fairway bunker. Again, I'm just going to sort of aim in the middle of the green. It's 82 yards to the pin. So this has me, so I can't hit a full shot, or else I'll probably hit it over the green. I'm going to play a little bit of the wind. Get a lot of spin out of the bunker. Computer Rory, he'll have that for birdie. So now I have 17.5 feet for birdie. It's 16% for a regular putt, 16.4. So this time I'm just going to putt. I'm just going to do a regular putt. I don't want to be aggressive here. Just misses, so I'll have that tap in for par. Okay, so that's a good par for Stadler. Rory for birdie misses, and he'll have that in for his par. So Rory stays at even, and I am 3 over after 2 holes. That Rory hits, it looked like Rory was aiming for the other fairway. So again, sometimes the AI can't differentiate between this hole's fairway and the other hole fairway. So for some reason, I guess he thought it was easier to play to this fairway. I don't know. That's a question for Dave Cook Sports, why the AI would do that. Okay, so now I'm aiming for Stadler. It's a par 5. Maybe hit the fairway. Nope, he's going to end up in the rough. So now, who's hitting? I'm still away, and I have, so my ball's in the deep rough. There's only a 40% chance I get like contact on the ball, and it shows like there's this range of 28 to 52%. So basically, the rough in this area is so thick I can't even hit like a normal. It's not going to let me hit a normal shot. So if I change to like a long iron, you see like now like the percentage is way low. Okay, so I can't hit a shot, so I'm just going to have to hit a sand wedge out to the fairway. I'm still away. So again, I'm going to avoid an iron. I'm going to try to hit. The 3 wood will put me close to this water hazard, so I'm going to try to hit 5 wood. Okay, not a bad result. First cut of rough. So back to computer Rory. CPU is taking a very circuitous route on this hole. Computer maybe knows something. It's third shot, and he hits it within 6 or 7 feet now. Okay, so ball's below my feet, which for a right-hander means the ball's going to tend to go to the right of where I aim. So I'm going to aim a little left of the hole. I'm going to play 85%. And that's a pretty good shot for a guy who's not very good with his irons. So I have 25.89%, 27. I'm going to be aggressive here and see if I can make my par. Yep, just misses it to the right. So I'll have that clean up for his bogey. And I apologize for the slowness. My computer is not the most recent model of processing power at this point, and I'm running the video capture software, so that's why my computer is running very slow. Typically the game is not this slow. So Rory makes birdie, so Rory's now 1 under, and I am still, I believe, what, 3 over, 4 over? We'll say, I forget exactly what I am. Alright, so I'm 4 over par. So I'm going to aim about middle of fairway. Okay, good. It's a good drive. You hit it right where I aimed. Right in the middle. Actually, just a little short of Rory. So now, if I had a better iron player with this wind, I would probably aim slightly left of the pin and assume that the wind would blow the ball more over to the right. But since Stadler's such a poor iron player, I'm really going to just aim sort of in the middle of the green. I don't want to aim too much in the middle, So really just in this fat little area here. You see, actually hit a little right of where I aimed, 2.1 degrees to the right, but the result's okay. It's in the middle of the green. He's going to have a very long putt for birdie. But Stadler, again, his rating is so bad, I'm not really going to have a whole lot of birdie putts in any round, so sort of just looking for pars. So at this point, very far away, almost a 50-foot putt, I'm just going to lag it, try to get it within putting this 2-putt, hopefully within about 3 or 4 feet. That's actually an excellent lag, so he'll have that tap in for par. And that's a very solid par for Stadler. Computer Rory for his birdie, rolls it in. So he moves to 2 under par. So you see the difference between the best player, one of the best players in the world, and one of the worst professionals, that is. Rory has birdie putts on a lot of these holes, and I have comparable par putts, if not bogey putts. So downhill par 3. So we have a 204-yard hole. The wind is blowing left to right a little bit in our face. Doesn't look to be too much trouble over here, so if I aim a little bit to the left and miss to the left, I don't think I'm going to get in too much trouble. And his 4-iron goes 218 yards on full contact. I would expect, even if he flushes it at 100%, it would be towards the back of the green, and then plus the wind. So I think this is a good club. So the distance looks pretty good. He just hit it 2.8 degrees left. That's why the ball didn't end up on the green. But that's not a bad result, again, for a poor player. So Rory's playing down that slope, and he'll have that for par. I am off the green, so my options are to chip. I have various clubs I can chip with. Lob, flop. For something like this, I usually will do like click on pitch and see where so this dotted line is the carry line. So what this means is at the end of this line is where the ball will travel to, and then it will roll out. So in this case, the carry line is on the green. Now if I did something like 9-iron chip, the carry line is much smaller. So now he's chipping it and it's hitting on the fairway short of the green and expecting it to roll on. Now the thing is, when the ball is hitting somewhere other than the green, you sometimes will get unexpected results. Like the ball rolling through the fairway is not as consistent or predictable as rolling on the green. So for that reason, I'm going to use the pitch. And he nuked that one. So he hit it 150%. He hit it basically 1.5 times harder than he should have. Again, because his ratings are poor, you're going to get this larger variance. So now I have this for par. I don't expect him to make this, so he misses. So another bogey for Stadler, and that's due to his tee shot wasn't terrible. The second shot was not good. So that's the difference again. Rory makes easy par, and Stadler is struggling to struggling to make pars, and often not. Rory, perfect drive right over that far left fairway bunker. So the fairway looks pretty wide. So again, I'm just going to sort of aim in the middle and hope if he misses left or right, I'll still catch a piece of the fairway, unless he completely mishits it. And that's another good result for a guy who's a bad driver. 296 yards. There are 290 yards. Nice drive. Okay, so I'm away. This is what they call in golf a sucker pin. So the pin is on the front. It's protected by this bunker. You basically have to hit like an absolutely perfect shot to get the ball anywhere close to this. So I'm not even going to like mess around with trying to get this. I'm going to try to aim a little bit over that. So 195 is pin length. So I'm gonna go. I'm actually going over. I plan to end up somewhere in the this middle of the screen area. Okay. So found the green. Distance was good. And of course, Rory could just aim right at the pin because he has a shorter club and is a much better iron player. So he'll have 11 feet while I have 48 feet. So again, 1.5%. I'm just going to lag it. I'm not trying to make it. I'm just trying to get it within 2 or 3 feet for my next putt. Okay. So that's a good lag putt. So now Rory has this for eagle, and he just misses on the right, so he'll have a very easy par putt. And Rory moves to 3 under par. And now Stadler has a chance, his first legitimate chance for a good birdie. He has 87, 9. All right, so here you have a 93% average putt. If I do an average, or 95, I'm gonna go with the 95 to be aggressive. It's a birdie. I really want to make this. Okay, so I gambled for the extra 2% chance of making it. So Stadler makes his first birdie, moves back to 4 over par for the round. Rory, again, a very aggressive line right over that bunker, but he's such a good driver, he can clear it. See, 312 yards, 300 carry. So it's pretty much a perfect drive for McIlroy on this hole. So the strategy of this hole is you can either try to carry the bunker to get a shorter second shot or play more towards here. So for me, I don't think he can carry this, so I'm going to aim a little bit over here. And that's basically right down the middle of where I was aiming, so that's a good drive for Stadler. Now, again, 512 yard par 4. This is an extremely long par 4, even by PGA Tour modern standards. So at this point, I have a very long club in. He's such a poor iron player. I think I'd rather hit a 3-wood, or I'd rather hit a wood than an iron. So I'm going to try to hit a 5-wood. Let's see what happens. Oh, he missed hit that one. So his 5-wood hit was 13 degrees to the right, only 93% contact. So a poor shot. Yeah, Rory just taking dead aim at every pin because he's able to, because his ratings allow it. So now I'm in the deep rough. I don't have a guaranteed percent chance of getting good contact on it, but it's certainly better than what we saw before. So in this point, I don't have much room between where I am and the green to land the ball and run it up. So for instance, if I try to hit a pitch, the pitch is basically right at the edge of the bunker. So for me, there's not enough clearing of this area. So basically I want to hit something higher in the air, which is like a lob shot. So a lob shot will carry all this in the air. Now I want the ball to land not short of the green but on the green. So I can hold down the shift button and then click where I want to go, and now you'll see I changed the area. So now the ball is expected to land here and run past the hole. But this is what I'm choosing to do on this hole. So let's see how that works out. All right, so he mishit it a little short, but it actually turned out really good. So again, he's not a great player, so like the variance of the result that I get based on what I'm trying to do is going to be greater, because that's how it works in this game. When you have poor ratings, you're going to get more wild variance in results. So he missed a 3.2 degrees to the right, less than 90% contact, but since I aimed so far past the hole, it actually worked out well. So in that case, playing conservative actually ended up saving me and making sure that I had a chance to get on the green. So Rory again See how, like, Rory has very easy par attempts. He has, like, tap-ins for par. Alright, so now my par attempt is about 50%. Again, I want to be aggressive here because I really want to make this. Hope he doesn't slam it. Okay, good putt. So good par for Stadler. So we're playing pretty good. We have 2 pars and a birdie in our last 3 holes. So maybe we've leveled out a little bit. Computer Rory again, just blasting drives. 317 yards. So Stadler, I'm going to aim to this wide area. I'm worried about him hitting a poor shot to the right, so maybe I'll aim a little bit to the left, because if I end up in these trees, I'm sort of like in trouble. To me, it's better to be on this left side, bunker or rough, as opposed to anywhere in the trees on the right. So I'll aim over to the left to see what happens. And he probably mishit that to the right. He missed it 3.2 degrees to the right, but since I aimed to the left, see, when he missed hit to the right, it didn't hurt me too bad. So again, these are the kind of strategy decisions you have to make in playing this game. So now Stadler has a 9-iron. Again, terrible iron player, so I can't really be aggressive and aim at this pin, because if he misses left, I'm gonna be in this trouble over here. So I'm just gonna sort of aim in the middle. I want to get the distance right, so this shows me where I clicked 144, 146. Okay, so it's about the same, so that's what I'm choosing. And he hit it about where I aimed, so he only missed it 1.8 to the right, so that's a pretty good shot, or a pretty good result for him. Okay, both on the green and 2. So now I have a birdie attempt. I have 12% for a regular putt, or 12.5% for aggressive. In this case, I am just going to do a regular putt. If I looked at the green, I probably should be looking at like the green terrain. I haven't done that much, just because I played these courses, so I sort of know. So this green, you can see breaks. This area is breaking from left to right, so it's a right to left putt, which the game shows. So I'm just going to do a regular putt. He missed it to the right, so I'll have that for par. And now Rory for his birdie. He also misses it. He might be. Yeah, Rory's away. So he has that for par, and now my putt for par. Okay, so now we have a par 3. Rory stiffs, absolutely stiffs an 8-iron to 5 feet. So now my decision is, do I want to be aggressive and try to like get it close to the hole? So I could aim, if he was a good iron player, I would aim about here and then trust that the wind is going to blow the ball from right to left and end up around here. Now, since Stadler's so poor of an iron player, he could miss the ball way right and I'm going to end up over here, which would not be good. He can miss way left and I'll end up in a bunker. To me, the bunker is more preferable. So I'm going to pretty much aim a little, just slightly right of the green, or slightly right of the pin. And I want to recheck my distance. So this is 187. I'm set up for 199. I think that's too much club. So I'm going to hit a 7-iron instead. And that's a pretty good shot. It was a good line. It was right at the hole. It was maybe a club short, but I was conservative. I didn't want to go over the green. So again, you can kind of see my percentage differences. It's 13.03 versus 13.45. For me, I'll just do a regular putt for birdie. And Stadler gets his second birdie of the round. So he knocks in a nice putt. Rory's poor putting continues, so we'll have that for par. So Rory stays at 3 under par, and now Stadler is, as we start the back 9, Stadler is back to 3 over. So I seem to have maybe stabilized the round a little bit. The first got off to a rough start, but you know, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But he's playing a little bit better. So now I just want to try to not make any big mistakes. So again, I'm going to aim for sort of the big fat part of the fairway. And he hits a good one. So you can see he still missed it left. Again, that's to be expected. You know, he is the worst player in the set, so I don't really expect him to miss. You know, he's never going to have like 0% miss. Contact again was not quite exact, but it was, you know, at least it was over 100 as opposed to way off. Rory hits another good drive again. Yeah, I mean, you could see Rory, even when he misses, like he's still hitting, you know, fairways. He's still like hitting 30 yards past where my player is. So par 5, 632 yards. That's a long par 5. So now I don't want to hit a 3-wood. I think brings this bunker more into play. So I'm gonna hit 5-wood and try to aim for this big fat area of the green. And that's perfect. That's exactly where I was aiming. So Rory's laying up as well. And we'll both have short third shots into the green. So now the ball's way below my feet. So when that happens, again, for a right-handed player, the ball's going to travel more left to right. So that means I have to aim left of where I want the ball to end up. So I'm going to aim for about here. Since it's downhill, the ball will typically roll out further as well. So I think 141 is probably too much. 118 is probably too short. Let me see if maybe knockdown. So knockdown looks to be a pretty good yardage, and knockdown will also take a lot of this wind out of play. So I'm going to try to hit a knockdown now. I'm going to aim about right here. And you see the distance is absolutely perfect. He missed it a little bit to the right, but that's a pretty good shot for Stadler. So the knockdown actually worked out really well in that instance. Okay, so we're both going to have birdie putts here. So Rory's away. He misses on the right edge. So now I have 32.9 for regular, 34.36. Alright, so if I am aggressive and I miss, I still have less than 3 feet. So I'm going to be aggressive here for my birdie. Oh, and it gets in. So Stadler makes a nice long putt for his 3rd birdie of the round. Let's see if Rory can match it. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Rory missed his birdie putt. So I pick up another stroke. So now Rory is still 3 under, and I'm down to 2 over, I believe. Yeah, I'm back to 2 over. So pretty much turn this around already. Bring up the scorecard. See if I can remember how to do this. See the scorecard. So you can see I got off, I was 3, 4, 5 over par after 5 holes, but I've played 3 under since over the last 6 or 5 holes. So turn around and turn the round around a bit. So let's see what happens. Alright, so now maybe I'm feeling it. Again, there's water here on the right I have to be aware of, but this green is so inviting. Or this fairway is so wide and so inviting. I think I'm just going to aim for the middle here. And if I miss to the right, I'll hopefully miss out on this water. And if I miss to the left, it'll hopefully give me something I can like live with. And we'll see what happens. Just got to clear that bunker, which he does. And Stadler hits a bomb. So with the wind, I had the wind on my back. Nice 292 yard drive, 273 carry with a almost 19-yard rollout. So that's a really good drive for him. And now Rory taking an incredibly aggressive line. So computer Rory decided to just disregard this fairway and just try to bomb over the trees, like almost to drive the green. And instead he hits it in that stream short of the green. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I would have to question the computer's decision making there, but it is what it is. All right, so back to Stadler. So now I want to carry it about 85 yards. And in this case, I'm going to try high spin. So what I'm thinking is it's going to end up here and then try to spin it back. Now again, he's such a poor iron player. This ball could literally go anywhere. It could go over here. It could go over here. It could go over here. Like, I can't really predict it. I'm going to hope for the best, though. Let's see what happens. All right, the distance is good. Get a little backspin, and it's about hole high. And let's see, it's less than 7 feet to the left, so that's a good shot for him. So I'll have another birdie putt coming up. So Rory has a chip on the green after his drop, so now he'll have a very long par putt. And he misses to the right, which seems to be a running thing for Rory in this round today, so he'll have this for bogey. But I will putt first, so I have 55.5 for average for regular putt, or 57.9. Let's take a look at the green. It looks like this is indicating it's a straight putt, so yeah, it looks like it's a little. So some of the putt is downhill. The last part of it is uphill. So that's why it's showing but straight into the slope. Okay, so let's do aggressive again. Nope, just missed it to the left. So I'll have this for par now. Okay, another par for Stadler. I'll take it. Birdie would have been nice since we were within 10 feet, but he's such a poor putter. Again, anything within 10 feet, you basically have like a 50-50 shot at making, if that. All right, so now we're on the 12th. It's a short par 4. Water running up along the right side. This to me is very dangerous. I don't want to really mess around with it. I think driver's too much club. Probably want to just hit a 5-wood and hope I end up somewhere over here. He pulls it a little bit, but it's okay since I used the shorter club. It didn't run into the rough or the bunker, so that strategically was a good conservative choice for me for this player. And Rory looks to be doing the same thing. He's just laying up. Maybe learned his lesson from the last hole that trying to drive these greens is not such a smart idea. He hits his second, he just stiffs it, so he's going to have 3 feet for birdie. I doubt Stadler will hit one that close. Ball's a little bit below his feet again, so it's going to travel a little bit to the right, so I'm going to aim just a touch left. I'm really just trying to get the distance down. 95 would put it a little bit past the hole, but I do have a 9 to 15 mile-an-hour wind right in my face, so I think this is a decent distance. I just hope he makes good contact and ends up just somewhere on the green. But you never can tell with this guy. So again, he doesn't hit a great shot. You can see he missed 2 degrees and made only 91% out of 100% contact. So that leaves him a very long birdie putt. So I only have less than a 5% chance of making it. I'm just gonna lag it because I don't want it. If I miss, I'm gonna be 3 or 4 feet away. For Stadler, he could very easily miss that, so I'm just going to lag it and hope I get it within like 2 feet. Alright, Alright, that's pretty good. So he'll have about 2 feet for par. Again, it's no guarantee. I bet you it's like 93 degrees, 93%. Yeah, okay, yeah, so 92% chance of making it. That's how bad he is. Even within like 3 feet, he still only has 92% chance of making it. Alright, we're on the 13th, another par 5. 627 yards. All these par 5s are monsters, it seems. So there's, danger everywhere on this hole. You can see it. There's water to the right. This fairway is all like jangly. There's water here. There's, all kinds of places to get into trouble on this hole. It's also way uphill, it looks like. That's why his driver is only showing 257. I'm hitting the ball way uphill, so not yet. It's almost 10 degrees upslope. So yeah, I'm just going to aim here and hope for the best. And he catches the fairway. That's a good drive for Stadler. So I believe I'm away. I mean, if I wanted to be crazy, I could try to, I don't know, try to get the green in 2. It's telling me 243. Look where the water is. It's like 234, 240, 254. I mean, for the 3-wooded, like, this water is definitely in play. I don't want to say it's not in play, but he is playing. He's playing slightly better than you would hope. So, like, I try to ride the hot streak, even though, like, I don't think there's anything in the game that plays for that. But I'm gonna see if I can try to, with the helping wind, try to hit it over here. So I have to carry 235 basically. Yeah, it's aggressive. This may not be the smartest move, but we'll see. Okay, that turned out pretty good. So cleared the water, and now I'm going to have a chip on. Meanwhile, Rory just hits a long iron, and that's a beauty. So he'll have 15 feet for eagle. So here again, when you're on the green, you have a whole bunch of options. So now maybe I can be a little bit more creative on whether I play a chip or a pitch or a skip. Skip and check is a good shot to hit with a good short game player, because basically it's going to land here and sort of stop abruptly. So I'm just going to try that with this player and see what happens. I don't anticipate a great shot, but we'll see what happens. So you see it chucked up after it rolled 1 or 2 times. So at least I have a birdie putt. It's not a great one, 25 feet. Rory makes his eagle, so he moves back to 5 under. And I will have this for birdie. In this case, again, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm trying to make some birdies here. And Stadler rolls it in for birdie, so now down to 1 under. So a lot of blue on the scorecard lately, which is good. So at this point, as soon as Stadler tripled the first hole, my goal was basically, like, just try to get to par. Even if I ended up 2 or 3 over par, if I could just play par the rest of the way, I would consider that, honestly, for this player to be a good round. So, you're not always going to shoot under par. Again, I try to avoid hitting long irons with this guy because his iron rating is so bad. So I'm going to see if I could take something off a 5-wood. 211. So again, I'm not really confident in the shot. I'm going to sort of aim in the middle of the green. I don't really know where this is going to go. I mean, short of the green. I'm in the rough, not great, but I guess, well, I lucked out and I got a very good lie. You can see it's 97 to 99% chance of contact. So I'm going to try to hit a pitch here and just try to get it close. Not trying to make it, just trying to get it close. And that's a good pitch for him. Rory birdie again, runs it way by. He's going to have a tough par putt here. He makes it. So Rory stays at 5 under. And Stadler stays at 1 over. So 15th hole, we have a long par, 470-yard par 4. Looks like a tough driving hole. Rory only hit a 274, so this hole must be way uphill too. You could read the description. So we could see, oh, that drive is actually downhill. Interesting. So Rory must have hit a really poor drive into the wind. So I'm going to aim here. I did about the same thing. So the wind must be like more in the face than I would anticipate. So now I'm in the rough. Only don't have a great lie. Big variance. You know, since the lie's not great, there's a big variance. So like if he like way under hits it, could be 171, it could be 179, it could be 197. You don't know where really the ball's going to go here. So I'm just going to aim here and hope it ends up somewhere here. You pulled it to the left, that's going to be short, but that's okay. Short of the bunker. Of course, Rory's so good, you can just, you know, take dead aim at these flags even out of the rough. Alright, so now I have a lob wedge. It's about 47 yards to the pin, so it's about half of this. I'm aiming about right here. And since it was in the rough, he didn't get that backspin on it that he would want. Alright, so I have this for par. Pretty long par. I wouldn't expect him to make this. Yep. So, bogey. Not unexpected after the drive. It wasn't a great drive. Again, it's trying to minimize damage. If your player doesn't hit a great shot, you don't want to put yourself into a bad position. It seems like the worse the player is, the bigger chance of, you know, having a blow-up hole where it kind of ruins your round. So, you know, I tried not to let the first hole, where Stadler hits his, you know, his first tee shot of the round into the water. I tried not to let that bother me too much. So, again, it's just trying to minimize damage. All right, so here, he has a helping wind sort of running in the direction of the fairway. I'm a little concerned about hitting a driver. I think if he hits a driver really well, he may hit it like into this bunker. So I'm probably going to hit a 3-wood and try to hit it like more over here into the fat part. And you see that's good. If I hit a driver, it would have ran through the fairway. So at least I'm in the fairway. Ball's below my feet again. So again, for a righty, it's going to go from left to right. So the wind's blowing right to left, so I'm just going to basically aim here and see if they even each other out. I'm going to hit one less club since I'm downhill. So the distance isn't too bad. He missed it to the right. See, he missed it 2.7 degrees to the right, and he did underhit a little bit, so that's why it was a little bit short of where I thought it would end up. But again, it's sort of a guessing game with these poor players. You just don't know. So Rory hits a perfect distance. It's only 4 feet away. Another birdie opportunity for him. So I'm going to do the skip and check again. It worked out well last time. See if I can get another good one. He mishit that, you can see. So he only got 77% contact on it, which is why it's so short. So now, again, now we're in this situation where he's hit a couple poor shots. I did the right strategy decisions, but he's hit poor shots because he's a poor rated player. So now I try to minimize the damage. So now I'm just going to try to regular putt. Again, I expect him to miss this. Oh, I got lucky and he made it. Okay, so that's good. So I don't drop a hole. Don't drop a stroke here, but it wouldn't have surprised me if he did. So now we have this 17th island green at this JCB course in England. It's a beautiful hole. You can see it's a downhill shot. You don't want to miss short because the ball will run away from the green, so I want to be a little long if I can. So the bad news is if I hit an iron, the distance would be good, but he's such a poor iron player. I don't know. So I'm just going to, again, aim to the right, and I'm going to take a little bit off it. Uh-oh. So let's see the miss it. So he missed it 12 degrees to the left. That's a big miss it. 90% contact. Again, that's a very, very poor shot, but since I aimed to the right, it gave me some leeway if he did make a huge miss. So at least I'm on dry land. So that's something. All right, so now let's see. I'm gonna have to move. So 45. So I don't want. If I aim at the hole, I'm bringing this sort of into play. I don't really want to mess around with that too much. So I'm going to aim over here. And he hit it long. He hit it. Yeah. So he hit it a little bit longer than I anticipated, which is why he hit it so far. But that's okay. It's always a struggle with these guys who aren't great. So again, it's like just trying to minimize. So he has a 39-foot putt. It's only 2% chance of making it. Realistically, I don't even want to try it, so I'm just going to lag and try to get reasonably close. Maybe he'll get lucky. Okay, that's good. Good result. Almost went in. So I just took my bogey. Again, like after that tee shot, like a par would have been great, but it wasn't in the cards, so bogey is okay. At least I didn't blow up my round. So we're on the finishing hole now. Rory's got a nice round going. He's 6 under par. So now your choice is to hit either on the left side of the fairway or the right side. In this case, I don't see really the advantage to the right. Basically, when the pin's on the right side, you would probably want to play on the right side just because it's more of a straight shot and this bunker isn't necessarily in play. When you're over here now, you have to carry this bunker to get to this hole location, so it makes it a little bit more challenging, but obviously the fairways are more narrow. My player's not good, so I'm probably in this sort of instance, I just aim for the big fat part of the fairway. Okay, just reached the fairway, so that's okay. Good result. Ball's above my feet, so now for a right-handed player, that means the ball is going to travel naturally from right to left. So that means I want to aim a little bit right of where I want the ball to end up. The wind is also in my face, so I need to take that into account. That means I need to hit more club. So if I want the ball to end up like here, I'm probably going to have to aim a little to the right of that and also go up a club. Okay, he pulled it, but since I aimed right of where I wanted, when he missed to the left, I still had enough green to end up on it, so even though he missed it, he missed the ball. I'm sorry, his contact was 4.5 degrees left, so since my aim point was conservative, I aimed for the fat part of the green. It means it's okay, if he misses it, it's not gonna, get me completely off the green. So, less than a 1% chance of making. This is pure lagged putt territory. I'm just trying to get it within 5 or 6 feet. That's another good lag putt. So Stadler's actually his lag putting has been pretty good this round. Alright, so Rory will have that for his par, but I have my par chance, so it's 84, 87. I'm going to be aggressive, trying to make this. Okay, so in for par for a round of 75, so we'll let Rory putt out first, and then we'll take a look at the scorecard. So So that finishes our round. Let's take a look at our scorecard first. Stadler shots a 75, 3 over par. So you can see I shot even par on the back, which is good. Again, he's like a 3 rated player, which is like several standard deviations below what an average player is. So I would consider this round to be a success. Like if you shoot anything close to par with like such a poor player, like he's literally the worst player in the set, that's a good round. Especially after we were 5 over, right? So we went from 5 over and then we shot basically 2 under the rest of the round. So if I can do it with a bad player, you guys can do it with a bad player. It's going to be variance depending on the round and the conditions and whatnot. So you could see, even if you look at his strokes gained, he was below average on everything. He actually putted. I'm sorry, he was better than his strokes gained were. No, I'm sorry. His putting was a little bit better than average here. So there you go. So, Dave Harris, this one was for you. I hope you enjoy it, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to post in the YouTube chat. Then that's it, and everybody out there, take care.